real proud of our history at Wabash and Schlemmer Brothers' interaction with Wabash. You know, we've been here for a long time. We've employed a lot of people in 111 years, fed a lot of families, and feel real good about that. Schlemmer Brothers back in 1903 was started by my great-great-uncle. He started out selling farm implements and machinery at our 114 West Canal Street address. And then later his brother came into it, which would have been my great-grandfather. That was in 1908. And my grandfather, with the three sons, he was the one that ended up with the business. We started doing manufacturing. Part of the space we manufactured in there was actually built for Honeywell's. Schlemmer Brothers built that and leased it to Honeywell's. And then when they moved out, we expanded into that to the 108 West Canal. And then after my grandfather handed the business off to my uncle was killed shortly thereafter in a car wreck. And then at that point, the business went out of family hands and into the hands of Dave Thompson, who was a very good steward and took very good care of Schlemmer Brothers. Well, I started out as a kid at Schlemmer Brothers, you know, fourth generation kid, cleaning up, mopping the roof, you know, tuck pointing the buildings, all the, you know, jobs that nobody else wanted to do. And then I left and went to college and got my degree and had an engineering manager's position someplace else, and got tired of that and decided to come back. I took over Schlemmer Brothers in 1998. I think it was in about 2005 we bought the corner building, turned that into our car shop, and now we own basically that entire section of the block. And then we moved to the 607 South Cass Street location, and it's a much better space. We've got 45,000 square feet, and we can really get around the stuff that we couldn't get around before. It was really ideal and close enough that it still felt like home. And then we also have a retail location in Greentown to serve the Kokomo area.
That's what I always say. We build America, piece at a time. You know, we're the ones that do it. But we fabricate anything out of metal that people want. It could be as simple as somebody walking in the door and saying, I need a piece of metal 12 by 12, or going out and engineering a major project for some company that needs some help.
When we go out and visit with a customer, they've got a problem, and they've called us in for a reason. We can take the information, find out what the problems are, bring the information back here, sit down, figure it out, do the calculations for the customer, and come up with working drawings so we can build it. We've got 3 engineers in the office. We do CAD, we do 3D parametric solid modeling, we do sheet metal unfolding to get things out to the shape cutting equipment, and we do that all in-house. We do CNC high definition plasma cutting. Plasma is the fourth state of matter. It is 46,000 degree stream of air, if you will, and it slices and dices through steel like nothing else. We do water jet shape cutting as well. It's a 55,000 psi pressure source where we generate about 1¼ gallons per hour, focus it through a diamond orifice up to a speed of about Mach 3, and then we introduce an abrasive into that stream, which then cuts the metal. And then we can also cut other materials without abrasive, like, you know, rubbers and plastics, but we can cut marble, granite, glass. There's really just about nothing they cannot cut. I like to think of ourselves as master fabricators. We try to deliver a finished product out the door. We are not installers, we're not millwrights, we don't go out in the field and hang this stuff. We are the guys that build it, and we build it well. A lot of our customers are installers.
Well, we as a company go back, you know, decades with Schlemmer Brothers. In my 26 plus years here, I've done a variety of things with Schlemmers. One of the things that was a great addition in the more recent future that we've taken advantage of many times over has been their water jet cutting. And that's something that provides us a very close, very affordable, and very quick solution so we can zero in on what's really going to work best for us. To me, it's just one more almost typical situation that I see in Wabash and Wabash County. Just great things going on quietly that so many people don't even think about because we just come to expect it. And I just see that continuing in the future with Schlemmer Brothers. They're just so representative of what's needed. That progressive, we can do it, we can continue to get better, we're good, but we're not going to be satisfied with that. And they're just a great asset and great friends.
We build the machines, the dies that produce the paper trays. Your paper plates, your pizza trays, your square dies, whatever paper product you are using, the dies and machines were built here. We've been doing business with them since 2005, so we were looking for somebody to do our guard work. We've got tons of steel coming down and producing paper plates, and you don't want your hands in those machines, so we have guards that go on our machines, and it's for safety. They may make a little tiny piece, and then they may make a guard that you can't pick up. They bend over backwards to accommodate us. Their sheet metal fabrication is awesome. Their turnaround time is awesome. I can turn in an order today, and if I need that material tomorrow, they will make it happen. They've just been a class act. It doesn't matter if it's the person delivering the materials. They're just as personable as if you talk to the president of the company.
I'm going to say in the early 2000s, I had a customer that was familiar with Kent, and he introduced us. And we have customers, of course, that need sheet metal work done. So instead of turning them away, we tried to find somebody that could do that work so we could kind of be a one-stop shop deal. So we worked together starting back then. We've done a great deal of work. Even he has found machine parts he's needed made, sent them to me, and we've made machine parts for him. So just all sides. A lot of guarding is probably the biggest thing they do for us, but it's just like back to the type of work we do, it's almost job shop sheet metal work. So just all kinds of crazy parts, just a little bit, can be small stuff, can be big stuff, so it's just whatever comes up at the time. The thing I've always had with Kent is when he started, I'd only been in business for a few years, so we've kind of grown at the same rate. It's been an interesting ride with him so far because we both have grown as we've been in business. They're a great company to deal with. I feel like when you go in and do a job with them, you're getting a fair shake. You don't have to worry about them trying to make a lot of money off of you or anything like that. I always feel like I'm getting a square deal with Kent, and he's just a honest guy to deal with, and I enjoy working with him very much.
The city of Wabash is known as the first electrically lighted city in the world. They put 4 arc lights on top of the courthouse and fired them up, and it illuminated the entire downtown. We became the first city that had a downtown that was lighted.
We've built and installed the lights on the top of the tower of the courthouse to represent the carbon arc lamp. The entryway off of Hill Street for the park, we built a big arched grand entryway, I'd say, to sit on top of some existing concrete columns, stone columns that are there. They're doing a lot to revamp the downtown area, so we've made pergola top with a table for people to sit at in the Veterans Plaza area.
The most recent one is what they call the Red House on Cass Street, and we did the handrail for that, and I feel like we hit a home run on that because it looks fantastic. In the library, we put a copper crown up on top of that was originally there in the 50s, and either the weather took care of it or it was taken down at some point. John Schlemmer was melting brass on it one night, and I said, "John, what are you doing?" He said, "I don't know, but I think this is going to look neat." And did it by eye and just measured a little bit. No drawings, no plans. And then he went and put it up all by himself, and it looks fantastic. Anybody that's seen it knows what I'm talking about. It looks great.
Does a lot of work for Wabash. He's really grown that business over the last several years, which has been great for Wabash. So from a chamber perspective, it's everything we're looking for. It's a quality company, he's growing. He's a 100-year-old company, it's still family owned. I mean, you can't ask for more than that.
Schlemmer Brothers operates uniquely downtown. They have been an incredibly significant partner to the redevelopment, the rehabilitation, the historic preservation to the city of Wabash.
Kent's got some big plans about the future, and it just seems like we're always finding new customers and good customers. We have a lot of good customers. They're not only just faithful to us, but they use us in every manner they can think of, and we're fine with that. Just keep calling.
We've been here a long time. We'll be here for a long time. We think we know what it takes to sustain. Our customers have a problem and we have a solution, and that we'll be here for them. Like I said, it's all about relationships. To me, that makes life so easy.